Guys, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time, welcome. My name is Shvon. This is To Kitty and Beyond, and today we're going to be doing a combined Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine reading. I did a Divine Masculine reading a couple of days ago, and I also did a Divine Feminine, but it didn't upload 2 times, and I'm in the process of trying to upload it a 3rd time, so we'll see if that actually goes through. If not, we're going to cover both the energies today, and I also got a couple of new decks yesterday, so I'm excited to use those for the first time on camera. I used them with my friend last night and then with myself as well, so I got to know them a little bit, and I'm really excited about it because I love them. So I'll put all of the names and the authors of the decks in the drop-down box below. And I have a question to ask you guys. I know I'm a new channel, and I can't remember if I've mentioned it before, but I haven't done actual paid readings for people yet. So this has just been a hobby of mine, sort of like just a passion of mine for a while now, but I've never actually charged for readings because I'm in school and I have another job, and I do Reiki healing, and I do have a Reiki practice that I hold, but I've never, and I do use the cards in that. So if you were to buy a Reiki session from me, you would come, we would play with the cards a little bit, not play with the cards, but you know what I mean. Pull a couple of cards, get a little bit of clarity on the situation, set an intention, and then go into it, go into the Reiki session holding that in mind, using them as guidance for the session. So now I'm thinking I want to do completely separate, where I'm providing readings for you guys as well as people in my everyday life. So let me know if that's interesting to you. I can set up an online function. I'll start a website and get you guys to buy readings through there. So that's what I see other people doing. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. I'm probably going to go ahead and do it anyway. But, you know, it's always nice to have confirmation. So let's get started. And let's see, for the Divine Feminine, I'm going to use my Faerie Tarot. And for the Divine Masculine, I'm going to use my Gilded Tarot. I also have, I'm going to just take all the crystals off first, that way we can get into it easier. And we'll just make some room. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I've been feeling a lot of the some like seriously intense energies lately, and we're in that portal still from the solar eclipse, the new moon, oh my gosh, come on, okay, well, you're all right. And this 222 portal. So there's a lot of upgrades going on. There's a lot of new things going on energetically. There's a lot of collective awakening, I feel. Oop. Multitasking is not working out for me right now. Okay, so we'll get 4 cards for the Divine Feminine, and then 4 cards for the Masculine, and then we'll pull a bunch of Oracle cards to get, and if we need more clarifiers, we can do more clarifiers. So we're just gonna, again, if you guys have watched any of my previous videos, I'm just a freestyler. I'm not like a conventional tarot reader. I just do it by intuition and by what I feel, because I'm a water sign and that's what I like to do. So also, in this fairy deck, I don't read reversals. So I will read reversals in this one, or if I feel guided to in this one, but off the bat, I don't read reversals, even though, because all of these are coming up in reverse. So we got the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the 10 of Swords, and the 2 of Pentacles, and this is for the Divine Feminine. For the Divine Masculine, oh, I did shuffle, girl, shuffle. Okay, so while I'm shuffling these, I'm going to give a little bit of a breakdown on the Divine Feminine reading without going too in depth into it. So we got the King of Cups, which is about being emotionally balanced and stable. It's about having a very open heart, but being logical about it. The Ace of Cups is a new beginning, a new love beginning, a new relationship. And it's a full cup, so it's having that enough love to give and receive. So it's, yeah, giving, receiving love. Then we got the Ten of Swords, which is feeling really like you've been through a lot of battles. You're feeling a little bit trapped, but you're also, it's coming to an end. So tens are the end of a cycle. And if you hear my cat meowing, I don't know what she's gotten into today, but she's really, really vocal. And cats are super sensitive to energy as well. So I noticed that whenever the energy fluctuates, she gets really a lot more energetic or lethargic or vocal depending on what's going on. And also, for those who didn't know, the name of my channel, To Kitty and Beyond, was inspired by my cat. Her name is Kitty. I know, so original, right? Okay, so the Two of Pentacles is about balancing, and it's specifically in this deck, it's about planning for the future. It's about, yeah, it's just taking stock and taking store of what you have and making sure that you're putting enough away for the winter. So it's like the story of the ant and the grasshopper. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that, where the ants are really diligent about planning for the future and the grasshopper's like, no, it's fine, I'm not going to worry about it. And by the time winter rolls around, the ants are all happy and cozy in their home with all their food, and the grasshopper's out in the cold. But the ants see that the grasshopper needs help, and even though he was kind of a dick to them, excuse my language, they invite him in anyway. So there's a reason that story came into my mind, and I feel as though it's as if the divine feminines are feeling like we've been left out in the cold emotionally. We're feeling like we've been trapped for a long time, or that the relationship has been stagnant, but it's going to be our task to forgive and to sort of invite them back in, even though they may not deserve it, or we may not feel like they deserve it. But let's see what the divine masculine's going through so that we can relate. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the divine masculine's cards are all in reverse. We got the Knight of Wands, the Tower, the Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. So it's funny that we got two of Pentacles in the same position. So full-on mirroring effect for the divine masculine and the divine feminine, which is, of course, not to be expected, but like I do expect it because we are the same soul. We're just living different polarities, different dualities of masculine and feminine. So the Knight of Wands is about riding in passionately with an offer, a message of passion and drive and focus. But in reverse, that's feeling blocked right now. So the Tower, I feel like it coming up in reverse, it's something that we've seen the Tower come up so much lately for the divine masculine. It's crazy. So he's 100% going through a Tower moment in his life. And this doesn't have to be like one day. And that's why we keep seeing it over the past like month and a half, I feel like, maybe a little bit less. But this keeps repeatedly coming up because he's still in it. But it coming up in reverse, I feel like he's starting to move out of it. The Three of Pentacles is about working together. It's about building something. It's about sitting back and admiring what you've built. It can also be the social media card. It can also be about a third-party situation. So, in this context, yeah, I feel like with the Two of Pentacles coming up, in this one, it's about balance and it's about juggling and trying to find it in a harmonious way. So if you see in this card, he's balancing the two, he's juggling the two, he's waiting for his ship to come in. And it's harmonious. So it coming up in reverse like this, it's telling me that he's having difficulty balancing, he's having difficulty juggling, or he's not enjoying this juggling process, and he's impatient and he doesn't like waiting. And I feel as though with these coming up in this order, it's saying that the divine masculine has put his passion in the wrong place. He's gone through this Tower moment because he's realized that it's not the right environment. It's an unhealthy environment that he's putting all of his passion and all of his energy towards. And then the Three of Pentacles being that he could be juggling. There could be a karmic partnership. There could be things to do with his work, especially because it's Pentacles. There could be things to do with his work that he's trying to juggle, and he's not feeling like he's got enough energy or emotion to give to the Divine Feminine. And that's why we're feeling left out in the cold, because we're feeling hurt. If you look at this card, she's being stabbed by the thorns, and she's gazing longingly at the bud. She's like, please bloom, like, please bloom. And it's going to, because it's a 10, it's come to completion. The pain is over, or it's about to be over. And I feel like that's in relation to this third party situation, whatever it is. Then so the King of Wands, the King of Cups is, we've been wanting this balanced, stable, emotional masculine. We've been wanting him to be this for us. But instead, he's taken his wands, which can be a phallic symbol, if you know what I mean, and he's ridden into the wrong place. So the Ace of Cups is like, we want this new beginning of love, and this is causing them to go through this tower moment. I feel like it's causing them to confront where they're at right now, what they've put their energy into, and what they've done and how they've made us feel. Because being that we're tied, you know, we are the same soul, and we have these energetic cords between us, as well as a lot of telepathy and claircognizance. They know what they're doing. They know how we're feeling. Hi, sweetie. Hi. I hear you. I acknowledge you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Sorry, guys. Sometimes she just really wants attention. She just wants a little love. She's a Divine Feminine too. She just wants a little love. That's right, honey. You are so loved and you are so worthy. Okay. Let's go into I want to do this one first. This is a massive deck. Look how big this is. By Caroline Meese, however you say it. I have 2 of her books, Anatomy of the Spirit, which is amazing, and Sacred Contracts, which I'm just starting. And then it's funny how I started reading it, and it activated me to have that experience that I had the other night, I feel as though. And then I came across these totally at random. I'd already picked out all the cards that I wanted. I was walking out of chapters, and then I went to find my friend, and she was standing in front of a bookshelf, and the first thing I saw were these cards. So I knew that I had to get them. And they are the archetype cards. So we all have sacred contracts that we sign on to, like things that we came here to do, things that we came here to learn, spiritual journeys and growth that we came to undertake. The archetypes, what they do is they help us to They help us to be aware of the patterns, the symbolism, and it helps us to discern meaning. And the thing is because we live in a realm of duality, there's the shadow side and there's the light side of each archetype. And it's our choice what we would like to embody or what we would like to learn from that or take from that. So we're going to get 2 for each because 2 came up for the masculine. So I'm going to get 2 for the feminine. This one. Okay. Let's see what we got. For the feminine, we have, oh my God. I got this deck yesterday and I've shuffled it so many times. And this dilettante keeps coming up for me. And as a Divine Feminine, part of the collective, if it's coming up for me, it's coming up for you. Because we are all connected. And even though some of us are on different journeys or points in the journey, we're all on the same journey. So, Divine Feminines, dilettante, the light attributes are delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. The shadow attributes are pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. So I find that interesting because as Divine Feminines, we are ultimately very creative, we are artistic, and kitty. Okay, that's enough. So we need to step out of that shadow attribute of feeling pretentious or like we know it all, like we're so much better than the divine masculine because we're so much more advanced than he is, and we're so much more artistic and creative, and we're so much more in tune with our intuitive side, which we are. But in the light side, it's about becoming aware of the danger of that superficiality or the pretension. Like, don't be pretentious about it. You know what I mean? Don't be all high and mighty, because we're all equal and everything that's happening is divinely guided and in divine order. So the fact that he's not woken up yet is for a reason. And so we just need to find delight in the arts, in delight in our own passion and our own creativity. Let's see what else we got. Storyteller, this came up for me as well before I started this video. I was shuffling and playing with them, trying to get to know the cards, and this one came up as well. So, what story are you telling yourself right now? Is it a good story or is it a bad story? Because whatever you're telling yourself, you're attracting into your reality. I want to read the attributes. So the light attribute is the ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols, which is exactly what this whole journey is about, is stories and symbols that we're trying to learn from and find meaning in. And the shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. So we need to be aware that we're not making up tales that are harming ourselves or our divine masculine or the collective. Not telling ourselves that we're unworthy, not telling ourselves this story that true love doesn't exist and being that hopeless romantic. It's not about that anymore, because that is creating that storyline. You are the storyteller, you are the creator. You are the storyteller of your own life. You are the narrator and the main character. You are the protagonist. And you're all the other characters as well, but we'll get to that on another video because that's going more in depth. So what this is saying is to remain in the light of our creativity, our abilities, our intuition, and our ability to tell the story. And what I'm feeling, especially combined with the tarot beneath, is that we need to tell ourselves a story of love. We need to remain positive and keep the faith that we can have this fairy tale romance, because the fairy tale story is a timeline. All things exist in different timelines. When you raise your vibration and you focus on something specific, you're drawn to that timeline. So let's say, for example, myself, I'm a huge Disney fan. Why? Because I was raised with it, because I was drawn to it, because I am very passionate about it, because I love it. I love the kindness and the courage and the love and the destiny of it all. I'm drawn to that. Why? Because I've come here to learn that, because I've come here to have faith in that, because I've come here to make that a reality. So yes, we are the princess and he is the prince, and things get a hell of a lot more complicated in the 3D realm in reality. But when we focus on that new beginning in love with our balanced emotional King of Cups, that's what we're going to create. So if you're focusing on the negative stories like, oh, he's got a girlfriend or he's got a wife or he's this, he's that. I'm not saying go be a homewrecker. No, don't do that. Work on yourself. He'll come to you when he's ready. But it's about telling yourself a good story and then living that story. Okay, so let's see what the masculine got, because I can go on and on about that forever. Oh my god. These same cards are, okay. I should have filmed a little, no, it doesn't matter. I know it's true, so I can confirm it for you guys. The athlete came up for him. And of course, this is going to be one of his archetypes. And it came up before when I was shuffling again. Okay, so all of these have come up right before I started this video, just so you know. So the light attributes are dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. The shadow attributes are misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability, and entitlement. And I feel like a lot of divine masculines are stuck in the shadow side of the athlete, in that shadow aspect or that shadow character. And both of these exist because duality is a spectrum. It's from one end to the other. It has that polarity. But it's his choice whether he wants to move into the light attributes of it, to use it to highlight his dedication and to transcend his physical limits, and then to use that to transcend his mental limits. Because exercise can be a wonderful tool to spiritual enlightenment, but if you're using it in the negative only for vanity, only for looks, or obsessing over your flaws and trying in vain to fix them, then that's living in the shadow attribute of the athlete. And that's not where we want to be, or where they want to be. Then we got hedonist. Oh my god. Okay. You can't make this shit up. Like, all of these cards came up before I did this reading. I pulled, I think, 6 cards, and 4 of the ones all came out. Okay. So the hedonist. Yeah, it's about indulgence. It's about either indulging too much, or like, there's good indulgence in rewarding yourself for hard work, and then there's negative indulgence where you're getting really out of control. It's becoming an addiction. So it says the light attributes inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself, and the shadow attributes are pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges to the expense of others. So I feel like the divine masculine he's between these two complete polar opposites, where he wants to be like really physically fit and in control of his body, but then he's like indulging. So I'm getting this image of like he goes to McDonald's and gets like 3 cheeseburgers, but then he feels so guilty and shitty about himself that he's like, I gotta go to the gym, and then he works out until he pukes. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the shadow aspect of both of these. He's stuck in the shadow aspect, and especially with all of these cards being in reverse, yeah, this is all shadow aspect. He's not stepping into the light yet. He will. I feel that he will, or I hope that he will, or I pray that he will. And that's the story I'm going to tell myself, is that he will. And if he doesn't, then as divine feminines, we just need to detach from that, because it's not about having the divine masculine complete us. We are complete all on our own. And it's our journey to discover that and to come back into the knowledge of that completion within ourselves. So don't put so much emphasis on, I need to have him in my life. I need to have him in my life. Put emphasis on you. Put emphasis on your light attributes, and focusing on what you want to do and who you want to be and where you want to go. You know, this is an inward journey that we're both taking individually, and when we become balanced, that's when the polarities will attract and will come together. So, you know, we get frustrated because we're learning to balance, and we're getting there. We're really making progress, and then they're over here like, I don't know what I'm doing. So, but eventually they're going to get it together and come back together, and it might not be in this lifetime, but I have a feeling that it is, because we are in 2018 and we are moving into the age of Aquarius, or we already are. There's some conjecture on that. I won't go into it, but we're getting there. This is very fated time, and everything is divinely guided. So I have a very good feeling that things are going to work out well. I want to go into the past life cards. These are new as well. Past life oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Brian Weiss. So these are really interesting cards because they highlight issues from your past life that could be influencing your relationship or your life now. So I'm going to, again, get 2 for the masculine and 2 for the feminine. Yeah, I'm just feeling these. I just, oh. This has come up like 4 times for me in my own readings. Like I keep pulling it, and I know for you guys that don't know, well, I haven't told anybody, so nobody knows, but my friends know, my family knows that I'm a galactic, I am a starseed, and I've become awakened to this knowledge through my own spiritual inward journey, and as well as going to other people who do soul stream sessions and psychic Reiki, my Reiki teacher as well. So this is confirmation for me that it keeps coming up. It keeps coming up that I am a galactic being, and that's why I'm here on a mission of service to humanity. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, is because I want to help the enlightenment and the ascension come along. We are all in this together, and I've come as a human to help. So then there's a lot of you out there who are this as well. So I'm not the only one. I'm not saying that I'm special. I am part of the collective, and I am part of a galactic community, as we all are. We are all part of a galactic community. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so for the divine feminine, we got transportation. So this could be something to do with moving. This could be wanting to move forward energetically, wanting to move forward with communication, wanting to move forward physically. And I feel as though this could be, there's the glare again. This could be literally wanting to move to be closer to your divine masculine, or move to somewhere that you feel drawn to. Like if you're seeing synchronicities that are guiding you somewhere, listen to that, because the transportation is here to, you know, you can get on the train, the Hogwarts Express, anytime you want. I'm such a nerd. I love it. Okay. Angels. Yay, angels. The angels are here for the divine feminine. And I feel as though it's telling us that we have guidance, we have help from the divine, and we are also earth angels as well. So when we embody the divine feminine, we embody our divine essence, which is the angelic vibration. So tell yourself that story. You know, tell yourself that you are an angel of love and light, and you are here on a mission of service to the whole world, and that you healing yourself and discovering your own happiness is what is serving the collective. And a byproduct of that will be the divine twin flame union. Okay, so the divine masculine got love life. That's really interesting to me, because it's saying that he's obviously got this on his mind. He's thinking about his love life, and he may be feeling blocked because of something that happened in a past life. So let's see what the other one is. Wars and battles. Yeah. A lot of the divine masculines have been divine masculines in the past, and they've been called into service, into duty in physical battle. So wars, they've been through pain. They've had to leave their divine feminines to go out and fight for a cause that maybe wasn't even their own, and then die for it and be separated from their divine feminine. And so I feel as though they sometimes can go into the shadow aspect because they're scared, because they've been through hell and high water in the past, and they're scared to open up their heart again and then have this happen again. This could also be that they're feeling like their love life is all just wars and battles. They could be feeling like where they're at right now, especially if they're in a karmic relationship that's really toxic or negative, they could be feeling like no relationship could ever be harmonious. How could this be possible? All I know right now is strife and fighting and toxicity. And so that's why they're going into these negative shadow aspects of the athlete and the hedonist, and that's why they're feeling like their love life is nothing but battles, and they can't move past that or out of that. So let's get some romance angels. I've had my eye on these cards for so long, watching other YouTubers. Shout out to Pisces Moon 1111. She was like the one who got me into this, and I don't know if she'll ever see that, but like, yeah. That's my girl. And I love these cards. So let us see. Again, we're going to get 2 and 2. Nope. 1. This one. Yeah, 2. And 2 for the divine masculine, please. There's 1. 2 for the divine masculine. One more for the, yeah, okay. So, feminine first, ladies first. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Yeah, so the divine feminines are really wanting this communication. We're really wanting to get to know each other at a deeper level. We want our bond to deepen. We want to have that communication, that gesture of love, that offer of love. We really want that, and we want that to happen fast. We want that to come in like yesterday, you know? But I think we're getting too caught up in that. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Yeah. I think this also means work on yourself, because you do have a partnership with yourself. You've got your higher self, you've got your ego self, you've got your inner child. You know, these are things that we need to amalgamate to come together in a harmonious way, so that we can find balance in who we are in this physical realm. And then for the masculine, we got let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Yeah, so I feel like the masculines especially, they have such a need for control. And I get that, because I have struggled with that in the past, and I still struggle with that to this day. It's an ongoing process of working on letting go of control and surrendering. And this is all about allowing the situation to oh my God, I just said saturation. Wow. Okay, I'm not even going to go into that because I don't want to put his name out there. But that was Freudian slip, but in like the very synchronistic way. Okay, moving on. Getting a buzzing in my left ear. Confirmation from the earth realm. So if you get buzzing in your left ear, it can indicate a message from the earth plane or the 3D plane. And if you're getting buzzing in your right ear, it can indicate a message or a download or an upgrade from the higher realm, from like the 5D and above. And then we got, for the masculine, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Yeah, that's us. We are from their past, whether from this physical life, this incarnation, or from a previous incarnation, or all other previous incarnations. Because we're twin flames, we've been together in every life. So we are from their past life, or from their past. And they need to let go of how this is all playing out. They need to let go of what happened in the past. They need to move out of their shadow side, and they need to start focusing on where they're putting their energy and who they're giving their energy to and why. And to find that balance in their life, because this reconciliation is on their mind. The energy is there, but I feel like they're trying to control it too much, and then by trying to control it, they're actually blocking it. So I'm going to use another new deck. I really went ham yesterday and just went all out and was like, I want all the decks. Like the Little Mermaid with her collection. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? No, it's not. I want more. I always want more. I want all the decks. Okay, so this is Nature's Whispers by Angela Hartfield. And I was drawn to this deck. I saw it in a video of another YouTuber, and I'm sorry, I cannot remember the name of this YouTuber. Otherwise, I would give shout out. But this is like I was just so drawn to this deck. The images are so beautiful and intricate and very symbolic. And this deck just holds a lot of really, really nature, feminine, elemental, fairy, sort of elven, mystical energy, which is I really gravitate towards, because I'm also have lived as a fairy, as an elemental. Yeah, so we've all lived like so many different lives. Like, you haven't just been a human your whole soul's existence. You've been like, oh my God, all of these other things. You are a galactic being. You've traveled among the planets, among the dimensions, among different realms of existence. Don't limit yourself to thinking that you are just a human, or that's all you've ever been. Like, not to say that there's anything wrong with humans, because humans have amazing abilities, and that's why we come here to learn those two. Okay, because humans can feel emotions in different ways than other beings can, and that's why we are so sought after, and our DNA holds such strong codes of knowledge for the universe. Okay. Trust your own understanding. Yeah, so this card is asking you to go within and to trust your own knowledge. And if you can see, she's got the owl mask, like she's going to a masquerade, and the owl represents wisdom. So she has the wisdom in her hands, and all she has to do is see through those eyes. And she's flying up above the earth, so she's getting this higher perspective, and she's gone through this transformation. She's got the butterflies, she's got the planets behind her, the galactic knowledge. She knows inside, and so doubting your knowledge will create blocks, and doubting your knowledge will create confusion and ego control. But trusting your own understanding will help you to come back into the knowledge of who you are, what you're here to do, and what this journey is all about. And that will help you to tell a better story and create a better reality and jump to a higher timeline where things do work out perfectly. Keep your dreams alive. Keep your dreams alive. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Look at, there's this, on the other side here, there's this dandelion, you know, like you blow on it and you make a wish. He's made the wish, and she's blowing that out and saying, keep your dreams alive. Don't give up hope. Give your relationship a chance. Don't give up hope. Keep your dreams alive. Tell yourself a good story. Tell yourself a good story, because this is coming to an end. This is almost done. And it is done now. And the angels are with you. The angels are helping and guiding you and helping you to find this inner knowledge, to create this better story, to build this better relationship. This is happening. Okay, so for the masculine, we got, you are worth it. Wow, okay, yeah, I've felt a lot from the divine masculine, a lot of unworthiness. They feel like they are unworthy of true love, and so they don't open up their heart, or they keep it completely blocked off, and they just have these control issues because they feel like they're not worthy. They feel like they're not good enough, so they feel like they need to try and control everything. They need to try and look better. They need to try and be better financially. They need to do all of these things, but they're overcompensating for what they're lacking inside, or what they feel like they're lacking inside, because they're not actually lacking it. But they've been conditioned to believe this, whether it was from past lives, whether it was from their family, their friends, childhood experiences, or from past relationships with other karmic partners or soulmates. They've learned falsely that they're not worthy, but they are. They are worthy. You are worth it. You are everything. You are the light. And it's coming into the remembrance of that, divine masculines, if you're watching. Hope and happiness. The divine masculine, I feel like a lot of them have lost hope. They've lost hope of finding happiness. They believe that life just goes on and it gets less and less fun, and you do more stuff, and then it becomes like you've built up a tolerance to it, and nothing gives you that same high anymore. And that's just not true. What that is a blockage. You've built up these blockages, and it's blocking the stream of divine energy into your body. And so of course you're not going to be able to find happiness. You're carrying around all this weight, all these burdens. You know, you've worked so hard, but you have nothing to show for it because you're blocked. You're imbalanced. He's worked so hard, but it's in reverse. He feels like he's got nothing to show for it because he's imbalanced. Because he's not allowing that inner balance to happen, because he's trying to control it from the ego mindset or from the shadow self, which is part of the ego mind, is the shadow self. So to get to this balanced state and to get to this more opened and getting through the tower moment is to find hope and happiness within yourself, not in your external world, but to find hope and happiness within yourself, to find the beauty in everything, in nature, in work, in love, in your friends and your family, in yourself. Find the beauty, find the hope, renew your happiness, because this is what they've come here to learn. This is what the divine masculines have come here to learn. If this is what they're going through, it's part of their journey for a reason. So we'll get one unicorn card for each, one for divine feminine, and one for divine masculine. Thank you. So for divine feminine, we got just be yourself. You are a great person. Enjoy being yourself. So I think that this is another confirmation to focus on yourself. Just be yourself. Be your authentic self and don't have any fear of judgment from others or from your divine masculine. Because some divine feminines may be thinking, I need to kind of subdue myself to be more acceptable to him. Like I'm so much further ahead of him, I don't want him to be intimidated. I don't want him to, I don't want to scare him off with who I am. But being your divine self is what will attract the divine masculine or the people that are meant to be in your life, into your life. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So be yourself. Don't hide yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't dumb yourself down. Be strong. Be independent. Be a boss bitch. You know what I'm saying? Be your authentic self. Be a nerd. Be mystical. Be sensual. Be whatever you are, be it. Own it. Own it. Okay? I love you. Divine masculines, share. When you share, everyone feels happy, especially the divine feminine. Yeah, so he's not sharing. He needs to share. He needs to share his feelings. He needs to communicate. He needs to open up, even if it's just to himself. It's almost like he's in self-denial. He's denying his own emotions to himself. Like, what? Why? Why would you do that? I know, because it's painful. It's painful to address your shadow side. Nobody wants to admit that they have that, but it's part of moving towards the light, because the only way that you can let in more light is to let go of the darkness that you've been harboring within yourself. And that darkness is only there to provide for you the knowledge that you need to move forward. It's only there to help you see what needs to be healed, to help you learn the lessons that you came here to learn. And as I'm saying this, it's flowing through, like it's coming out of me like this. I can feel it stimulating. My hands are getting really, really hot because I do Reiki and my hands are for healing. So they get really sweaty when I'm channeling the energy, and I'm like sweating right now. So I get really hot when I'm channeling the energy. So that was a direct message from spirit to the divine masculine. Okay. Oh, that was a big one. One more. This is the longest video I've ever done, but I love all these cards and I want them all to come out and play. One for the divine feminine, one for the divine masculine, for the crystal, okay, two for the divine masculine, they're saying two. So two. Crystal Oracle deck by Judy Hall. Can't believe it. Divine feminines, we got soulmate. I'm laughing so hard because the first card that I ever pulled out of this deck right after I bought it, when I was talking to my divine masculine, was this card. And I messaged him, I snapped him a picture of it and was like, look what just popped out. I don't know if he believes in this stuff. I feel like he thinks I'm just like, okay, lady, whatever. But that's why I've got to just be yourself, have confidence and own it. Like, this is who I am. This is what I love. And this. I do have these abilities, and I'm not going to pretend that I don't just to make you feel comfortable. I'm going to own my goddess, my divine feminine self, because that's who I am. And that's what I came here to be. So soulmate, 35, soulmate, the twin flame. I'm not making this shit up. The twin flame. Two crystals side by side call in a twin flame, a complement to your soul. This is what people mean when they ask for a soulmate. A twin flame bonds two people in an intimate relationship or unites you with the higher part of your soul. Oh, yeah. You don't need anyone else to make you complete. A twin flame complements your own wholeness. Okay, so this is confirming what I've been saying, or not what I've been saying, what spirit has been communicating to us, is that We need to step into our own power. We need to step into our own wholeness. We don't need the divine masculine to complete us. We are finding that completeness within ourselves. That's our journey. That being said, keep your dreams alive. Don't give up hope. Work on your relationship, and the angels are helping you with that. So we can call in our twin flame, but to do that, we need to balance ourselves. So if you think you've balanced yourself, look again. Look again and make sure that there's not more room to grow. Don't limit your growth just because you want this to happen now. That's ego. Okay. Divine Masculine got Brandenburg Amethyst. Interesting. I've never had this one come up before. So we're going to check that out in a second. And Tiger's Eye. If you watched my Pisces season video, the Eye of the Tiger keeps coming up. And especially I feel for the Divine Masculine essence. And don't forget, feminines, you have that Divine Masculine polarity inside you as well. So whatever messages the Divine Masculine gets, those can also apply to you. And whatever messages the Divine Feminine gets, that can apply to the Divine Masculine. And also, you know, there's no denominations here. Divine Masculines can be female and Divine Feminines can be male. So this can all get a little confusing because, like, we've got both parts within ourselves, and we can also, like, be that physical expression of that or not. It's all about, like, the energies. But because just as I said that, I saw a spark of light right above me. So they're like, yes, the energies are not limited by the physical. The energies are just the energies. Okay, so I'm rambling. Let's get into Brandenburg Amethyst. Number 38 is the perfect blueprint. I'll explain why I'm laughing in a second. A master healer, the Brandenburg Amethyst holds the perfect blueprint of your soul and all that is. It heals physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, karmic, planetary, and ancestral auric layers and imprints the most perfect energetic pattern possible. Holy crap. You are perfect exactly the way you are. Divine Masculine, you are perfect. Don't let any girl or man or whoever has been telling you that you're not worthy. Don't let anybody tell you that. And if they do tell you that, sure as hell don't believe them, because you are worthy. You are worth it. You are perfect just the way you are. You don't need to feel like you're not good enough physically, mentally, emotionally. You've got work to do. So do we all. So do we all. This is the journey that we're on. But it's not, this could be past life stuff. This could be like everything they just said. You know, that this is healing that. This has come to you to heal that. It's time to heal now. It's time to heal and move forward so that you can find that hope and happiness, so that you can share, so that you can come through that tower moment and build a new strong foundation. And the Tiger's Eye is helping you to do that as well, because it's giving you that focus. It's giving you that, and it activates the sacral energy, which is about relationships. And it's about empowerment. So Tiger's Eye symbolizes prosperity and encourages the right use of power. It balances your needs with those of others and finding solutions. Doing what gives you joy increases your well-being. Yeah. So the Divine Masculine has untold powers. But he's been trapped in... My shoe just fell off. I don't know why. Cinderella! Prince, come put my shoe back on. Sorry. Okay. He's got untold power. And he is not at this moment using it to its highest and greatest ability, to the highest and greatest ability that it could be used for. He's using it in the negative sense, in the shadow side. So the Brandenburg Amethyst is coming to help him see that, because it activates the third eye in the crown. It's helping him to get back in touch with his higher knowledge so that he can move out of that lower shadow side use of power. And then the Tiger's Eye is helping him to find empowerment in himself, to know that he is worthy, to know that these healthy relationships can come to him and will come to him. Because I feel like all he's had is war and battles when it comes to love. And he's now wanting to get out of that, whether he's consciously or subconsciously aware of it. He wants to get out of it. he's had enough of it and he wants to move out of that now. And I don't think that he knows, not all divine masculines are awake, and so not all divine masculines know what the twin flame journey is. They may not even know what the spiritual journey is. They may just be stuck in the physical realm, seeing only what is right in front of them. And this Brandenburg Amethyst is coming to help open up their higher knowledge and their higher intuition, because they do have this. They do have this. And they do have the power. And they are worthy of that power. Okay, guys, I used all my decks. I'm very happy about that. I give all of you so much unconditional love on this journey that we are in together. For the divine masculine, find your empowerment. Find your light side. Come back into the light. It's much, much happier there. And for the divine feminine, be yourself. Own your divine feminine essence. And keep moving forward. And you are. And I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us all.